everybody. This is Marvel comic artist Mike Mayhew, and I love Mint Collectibles. Stay minty fresh.
What's going on, Geminites? Gem Mint here with the new comic book day reviews. This is for Wednesday, March 11th. We're going to go spoiler free. And before we jump into this, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We do daily content, comic book reviews, statue unboxings, and more. Make sure to hit that notification bell. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like. Now, yesterday I did drop a quick review on some early Marvel titles that I got and some early Image titles. So the Image titles were Decorum 1 and Stealth. I recommend them both. The three Marvel titles were Cable #1 from the Dawn of X, the Snapshot Namor, and the Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1. So make sure to check out that video if you want to see those reviews. My shop did get shorted on Batman 90 last week, so this was from last week. This James Tynion run has been good, and it's getting better with every issue. This would have been my pick of the week for last week. I love the whole Catwoman backstory, and we get modern Catwoman with the purple suit, and we finally see what was the deal with the designer that was going to get Batman so upset. Definitely enjoyed Batman 90. It was a dope book. Now this week my shop did get shorted Punisher Soviet and Ghost Rider, which kind of sucks because I'm digging both of those titles, but we'll get those next week. Also, guys, huge news. My boys over at KRS Comics have an exclusive variant for the Venom 25 issue that's coming out, which is a double-sized, oversized issue. This Clayton Crane variant pays homage to the Hulk Special 1, that classic Jim Steranko cover, and it comes in two covers. You get the regular red cover for $20, or for $50, you get both the red and the black and white cover. Make sure to use the code GEMMINT at checkout to get 15% off. That works for life on anything in the store. This Venom 25 goes up for pre-order this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Alright, so now for today's books. The first book, we have the Warren Ellis, The Batman's Grave, issue 6. I thought this was a dope issue. Every issue's kind of had a similar formula where there's dialogue and then there's these action scenes. This one is Batman and Jim escaping Arkham, and it reminds me of Arkham Asylum, the video game. The way that they're going through the hallways, they're fighting the same type of criminals, and it has a really cool detective aspect at the end here with Batman. So I'm definitely digging the Warren Ellis run on this Batman's Grave, but it's something that I really need to reread all in once in a collected edition. But issue 6 was good. Alright, the Dollhouse Family, issue 5. This is from Hill House Comics. Insane issue, man. We see the origin of the Dollhouse, and it's crazy. I love it so much. This was my favorite issue of this run so far. The woman whose daughter was kidnapped from the dollhouse, which disappeared, she's on the hunt to basically hunt down the origins of all the members of the Dollhouse family, and she's trying to fight back. So, incredible issue. Loved it. Alright, jumping over to Valiant, we have Bloodshot issue 7. This is the Tim Seeley run. This is kind of a new jumping on point for the run. Basically, you have Bloodshot escaping with this woman from the prior arc, and she's a little bit more than what she seems to be. We have a hint at a big new villain at the end, and overall, it was just a fun Bloodshot issue. We got Dan Abnett on Rye number 5. Love this run. The artwork on this was a little bit childish, I thought, except for they're like cutting off heads and cutting people in half, and it's awesome. If you remember the last issue, no spoilers, but basically Rye and the Raijin are going to these little colonies that have remnants of Father inside of their tech. So they go here and they run into Galad the Eternal Warrior, and Galad is not going to let them destroy these people's way of life, so they have a battle. In this issue, they basically have to have a team up. It's awesome. It's violent. It's gruesome. It's funny. It was good. Besides KRS Comics, check out thatspidermanbooth.com. They got a new giveaway prize for this mystery box that runs from today, Wednesday. It's an Amazing Spider-Man 129 CGC 2.5. First appearance of Frank Castle, the Punisher. Make sure that you use the code GEMMINT at checkout to get $10 off. Ed Brisson on Avengers of the Wasteland issue 3. So this is a fun run. It takes place in the Old Man Logan, Old Man Quill, futuristic timeline here. Dr. Doom is basically trying to kill this new Avengers, presumably just because they look like the Avengers, which it's a new team. It's Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' daughter as Thor. You have a different Cap, who is kind of, I think I said in the issue 2 review, this ain't Steve Rogers, and it definitely is not. But it's kind of cool to get some Easter eggs from Old Man Logan. You're in this universe, everyone's dead. We kind of see another villain in a new light in this one. So it's a fun little read. I mean, there's not big stakes here. It's kind of like reading Marvel Zombies or one of those fun type of runs. Hawkeye Freefall by Rosenberg and Schmidt. This is a really well written Hawkeye run. I love how I love the dialogue that they give Clint. It's great. The overall story with his kind of LMD, and now we're introducing Skrulls, and we're trying to figure out who's Ronin, and a time jump. The story's a little bit of a mess, but it's fun. It's a funny little story. You get some nice team-up action here, but that's it. Otherwise, kind of dumb fun. Immortal Hook 32. This is the first issue of Immortal Hook that I really enjoyed in a long time. The Zenmu character, it's crazy, man. This is such a creepy horror type book, man. It's like Teletubbies in a horror film, right? It's so crazy. I absolutely love it. I hate the Roxxon Minotaur character, and yes, he's still killing his employees, but this time he's having someone else do his dirty work. Super creepy horror-esque scene. The Bruce Banner stuff is crazy because basically everybody's hypnotized that Zenmu is the Incredible Hulk and that he's been in our childhood. He's been a TV show, and what is it called? Fantasy Planet or Magic Planet or something like that. Awesome Alex Ross cover. The artwork on the interiors was good as well. It's by Bennett. And yeah, I definitely liked it. I'm waiting for another arc. Let's get out of this Roxxon era and get to something else. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that after the Zenmu run. Kelly Thompson's Jessica Jones Blind Spot, issue 5. Now, this wrapped up this arc, and I'm very surprised to see that there's an issue 6 because the story ends here. From what I understand, this is a self-contained story, so there must be some type of epilogue issue. It wraps up this whole story of this girl who manifests powers. She kind of has an abusive, controlling boyfriend, and she wishes her powers onto him. He gets it. Well, I can't really go too much because it'll be spoilers. It kind of has like a domestic abuse undertone, which is cool to kind of drive a message. I love Jessica Jones. I think she's written extremely well. I love her snarky sarcasm and her kind of realism in this book. So Kelly Thompson does a great job with the Jessica Jones character. Interested to see what the next issue is going to be. Vita Ayala on Nebula issue number 2. This was okay. Nebula's basically a stowaway with this younger girl, and we get a lot of cool fight scenes with her new like precog powers. Nebula trying to repair herself, and she gets a run-in with somebody from her past, but her memory is a little jacked up right now. She's got fragments of her childhood. She meets somebody that she must have done dirty in the past because she can't remember them, but it's another fight scene. Otherwise, a pretty cool issue. So, Breeson on New Mutants 9. This was probably my favorite New Mutants issue so far from the entire run. So the whole crew is back from space. You kind of got to read X-Men 8 before you read this technically to see what else happens from when they come back from space. But the team is back and they feel like an X-Men team. They feel like a mutant team. They don't feel like these scattered separate stories anymore. And basically there's a new mutant, no pun intended, that has popped up in one of these countries that does not recognize Krakoa as a sovereign nation. They don't recognize mutants, and they're tasked to kind of come and save this new mutant who has this kind of like reality bending powers. Super cool stuff, a lot of characters in it, great issue. Star Wars Darth Vader issue 2, loving this run so far. This was a good week for comics, guys. Loving this run so far. I love how they tie in the prequel trilogies here with Anakin and Padme and Darth Vader kind of looking back at those events with this new person that he encounters. Awesome stuff, and it's a new team up. Going to basically find the people who took Padme and the babies, the twins, when Anakin was, turning into Darth Vader. Great issue. Peter David and Greg Land on this Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality issue 4. Fun issue. You have the symbiote version of Spider-Man with this Doctor Strange who is not the Sorcerer Supreme in this weird twisted world where Hobgoblin is the Sorcerer Supreme. We have some Nightmare stuff, which I'm noticing has been in a few issues now. So that might be an indication that Nightmare's coming to the new Doctor Strange movie. I don't know. If it happens, you heard it here first. You have the Natasha Romanoff Black Cat, and basically trying to set things right. Now they're in the Nightmare world, and they're kind of getting themselves into some trouble. So we'll have to keep reading to see what happens. Venom issue 24. I like this cover. What is this? A homage to that animated series cover, or is it a homage to that Amazing Spider-Man cover? I'm going to look it up. But basically here, Eddie Brock, he's in bad shape. He's missing a hand. He's beat up after the events of this whole Venom Island thing. You got the Carnage symbiote running around, the Venom symbiote running around. Huge Dylan implications in this book. Totally awesome what happens at the end here. Got to read it. Donny Cates killing it on Venom. Awesome double-page spread of Null here as well. X-Men 8, another great issue. This is Jonathan Hickman, meant to be read before New Mutants, but not really story-wise. But this is a very heavy New Mutants issue. Also ties in with War of Kings, man. It mentions Black Bolt, Vulcan, and the Gladiator from the Shi'ar Empire. It's cool because New Mutants come back from space. They have this kind of booty, as was it Rain Sinclair calls it. But we figure out this thing from space is kind of going to attract a lot of brood to the planet. So that's what happens here. Fun issue. I love the incorporation of the New Mutants. I think they're finally using them how I prefer to see them. So everything kind of running smooth with Dawn of X. All right, guys, and my pick of the week. Easy pick of the week. Donny Cates' Thor #4. Man, I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like Donny Cates writes fun comics. I love everything he's doing here, with Thor being the herald to Galactus, and this whole dark winter that's coming, this space blackness that's coming to engulf everything. I love how Thor is his herald, but he doesn't take any shit from Galactus, and he has to check him like multiple times. He's got to help Galactus feed so that he can fight this black winter. Totally love this, man. I love the writing. I think it's just so fun. I love Donny Cates' run on Thor. It's like one of the best titles in comics right now. If you're not reading Thor, just pick it up with issue 1. Who cares about what happened previously? You can start here fresh and be good to go. That's my pick of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the new Comic Book Day reviews today, man. Drop me a comment below which one of these books was your favorite. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.
Hot boy. They're saying I'm harmless. Call me Cassidy. I'm bringing the carnage. Story the farthest. I'm a psychopath with a joker's lab bipolar. So there's 2 of me and only 1 of you. So do the math. I leave you stunned without the flash. No Wally West, no Barry Allen. Reverse flash. They can't stand it. Comic flow. They can't stand it. I'm incredible. Unforgettable. Something like Mint Collectibles. Ayy. I'm a Gemini and we get it right. We amazing, no spider bites, so we doing reviews and getting the views. Venom my ooze, book of the week, can see me Wednesday and see what I choose. If it's about comics, then I got the news. Subscribe to the channel and you'll never lose. Ayy, I show what I got and what's in the box. On top of my comments whenever they drop. Tell you what's coming and tell you what's hot. We keep it professional. We Gem Mint Collectibles.